Jak z pozycji obserwatora międzynarodowych rynków finansowych ocenia Pan poziom polskiego sektora finansowego, poziom dojrzałości? I drugie pytanie, na ile rozwiązania w sferze płatniczo-rozliczeniowej, myślę o dostępnych funkcjonalnościach, odpowiadają potrzebom tego rynku?
Are in line with the needs of this market. Two questions.
Yeah, I think on the first question, Polish banks and the Polish banking system has come a long way in the last couple of decades, because I first got involved with Poland and the Polish banking system probably in the mid-1990s. I was working for a company called Unisys, and we had an Eastern European division that was quite strong in Poland and also in certain other Eastern European countries. And in some ways I think the transformation is faster because there hasn't been a legacy that we've got in some of our economies like UK, France, Germany. And also the introduction of new professional skills that came in through acquisition and equally involvement of the Austrian and German companies in the Polish markets. Raiffeisen Bank is our partner in Vienna, and equally I traced quite closely the Hyper-Irish Bank UniCredit transaction that took place a few years ago. And so I think in the European economy now, the Polish banks are certainly in the upper quartile in terms of where they are. They haven't quite made it into the top quartile because I think there's still a way to go in terms of the investment in innovation. But what you're doing in Kiev, for example, with the faster payment system, is demonstrating that there is a commitment to make the Polish economy much better than some of the others. I mean, step back a second because it's a long answer to your question. We have an Irish financial club in Dublin, and when I first went to Ireland, they have this big problem about cheques and cash being the predominant way in which people pay. And they did a study that said that if they went to a much more electronic transaction society, they would probably improve their economic GDP by 3% or more per annum, which is a significant amount of euros. But the government could never actually agree what to implement. And that's where I think I see a difference here. You see that you've actually implemented something. Well, from what I understand, and you will know more than I, Poland is still a very cash-based economy. Part of that is, and we were having this conversation last night, that there's still a lack of trust if you do things electronically in the actual transaction being completed. So I think there's, from a clearing and settlement viewpoint and the bank structure, the capabilities are in place. I think from a customer education, both and in particular probably merchant, corporate, commercial education to the end user, I have an impression that that's where the investment will be, or should be.